and today we're talking all about the belief trap. So, welcome everyone. We're going to be talking about something I believe is one of the biggest hidden reasons coaches, business owners stay stuck. And the interesting thing is most people don't know it's actually happening. They think the problem is the outside circumstances, the marketing tools, the bigger audience, the more confidence. I need more people in my group. I need more people engaging on my posts. But I want you to ask yourself a different question. What if the biggest thing standing between where you are and where you want to be isn't your strategy, but your belief? Because every decision you make in your business and life comes from the beliefs you hold about yourself. Okay? Now, this isn't just for you guys, it's for me, it's for absolutely everyone in business, everyone in life. And I want you to think about this. You made a decision to leave corporate. We all have had a job. So whether we've left corporate or whether we've left employment, you've decided you want more freedom, you want more impact in what you do, you want more control over your future. But here's the question. Did you leave the job but bring the employee identity with you? I left 28 years ago, and I can still see some type of identity that is still coming through from an employee perspective, even though I've run my own business for 24 years. So this is the thing. We can go back to old programming at any time in our life, okay? It's about identifying certain things that are coming up and then going, okay, I still need to work on that. So corporate employment, whatever it is, teaches you certain things. It teaches you to get it right before you begin. It teaches you to not make mistakes. It teaches you to follow the process. It teaches you to wait until you're qualified. It teaches you to get approval from your manager or your boss or somebody. It teaches you to look for certainty before you start taking action. And all these things may have helped you become successful in your career, but are they helping you build the business you want? So how many times have we gone out and actually asked someone, what do you think of this? What are we doing? We're asking for approval. We're asking to see if that's right in terms of, okay, an employee or a boss or someone, okay, well, I'm doing this. Do you think I should be able to do this now? And we're all guilty of it. We can't sit there and say, no, we haven't done it. It's just that it's just identifying that and bringing it to the surface. So let's uncover some of the beliefs that may be quietly running your business. So that there's 5 traps that I'm going to speak to you about today. The first one is, I'm not ready yet. How many times have you thought, I just need to learn a little bit more. I need to have more experience. I need to perfect my offer. I'll start showing up when I feel a little bit more confident. And now I want you to ask yourself, how long have you been telling yourself that for? Because sometimes getting ready becomes a very comfortable place to hide. It can hide in the places that you've been posting. But what's the next step or the next thing that you should really be doing that's going to make you visible? We can hide in all these sorts of things because it's a comfortable place to be. But in actual fact, when we are a business owner, what we've got to do is we've got to push ourselves to that next place because no one's going to tell us to do it. So we sit in that comfortable place for way too long. We want to be out there doing a hell of a lot more than what we're doing. So belief trap number 2. Someone else knows better than me. So think about the decisions you make in your business. Do you trust yourself? Or do you immediately look outside yourself for reassurance? Do you ask, is this right? What would someone else do? Should I wait? Now ask yourself, am I looking for advice or am I looking for permission? So permission is huge. It's a childhood thing. We've been there. We had to wait for permission to have the lolly. We had to wait for permission to leave the table. We had to wait for permission to have someone come for a sleepover, or whether we were allowed to have a party. Everything was about permission. And these are some of the things that we bring into our own business, looking for advice or looking for permission. So belief trap number 3, I need confidence before I act. And this is a big one. It's a big one for everybody. It's a big one for you as being a business owner. It's a big one for you coaching someone, and it's a big one for your clients. So this is what I mean. Think about things in those aspects, you, your business, and for your clients. So many coaches believe confidence comes before action. But think about anything you've ever done, become before. Did confidence come first, or did confidence come because you took the action and proved to yourself you could do it? It's like climbing the tree when we're little. We think, oh yeah, your brother can do it or your sister can do it, and you go and climb the tree and you get stuck. And you scream for mum and dad to come and help you down, and no one's coming to help you, so someone's got to entice you down the tree. So the question is, what opportunities are you missing because you're waiting to feel comfortable and confident first? Say hi in the Facebook group there if you're in. Justine, hey, and Cassie, hello. Thank you for being here. So belief trap number 4, I need to prove my worth. Many people who come from successful careers are used to proving themselves, proving their capabilities, proving they deserve the role, proving they can deliver. But business asks something different. It asks you to believe in your value before anyone else sees it. So ask yourself, am I showing up to serve my clients, or am I showing up to try to prove I'm good enough? And because we're on social media, this is huge. We do come first from proving whether we are good enough. Like, we do it because then we've got to build the belief and the value in ourselves through social media. Am I good enough to do this live? Am I good enough to do this post? Does this sound right? Does that sound right? But in actual fact, are we proving to ourselves, or are we actually showing up to serve our clients? So when you think of it from that aspect, are you doing it from your feelings about yourself and your beliefs about yourself, or are you coming from that place of that, yes, I'm actually here to show up and serve my clients. It's got nothing to do with me. It's just here, I'm here for my clients. So belief trap number 5 is I need certainty before I decide. So this is one of the biggest shifts from employee to business owner. As an employee, certainty often comes from outside of you. You have a role, you have a salary, a structure, a pathway. But as a business owner, you create your own certainty. You make the decisions, you back yourself, you trust yourself. So I want you to ask yourself, where am I waiting for certainty instead of creating it? And that is a really big question to ask yourself, not only from you as a business owner, but from you as a coach to your coaching clients. Where are you waiting for certainty instead of creating it? Because the person who creates the business you desire is not someone who has no doubt. They are someone who has developed trust in themselves. And trust is built by just doing the things that we don't want to do. Failing, if that's what you want to call it. I don't see it as failing. I see it as learning. Okay, well, that's not something I need to do next time. I'll try something different. So the real question here is, what strategy am I missing? Who do I need to, sorry, it's not about the strategy. It's not about what's missing. It's about who do I need to become to create the results I want? Because we always go looking for the strategy. It's the immediate thought because that's the outside situation. When in fact, we need to go internally, and all of your clients, whether they're art, whether they're coaching, whatever they are, everything will come down to the belief of that person internally. That's right, Di. Because your business grows when you grow. Your income grows when your belief in what is possible grows. Your confidence grows when you start seeing yourself differently. And these are just internal things that we work on. And this is why this work matters more than anything else. Because these beliefs are often invisible to us. We can see all the potential in each other, but a lot of the times as an individual, you don't actually see that because it's invisible. Okay? They feel like they need a fact, they need an outside circumstance, they need a result. But the reality is, it's like, okay, my reality is this is my goal. This is who I am becoming. These are the steps that are going to happen along the way because my intuition is going to guide me. And there'll be a messy middle in the paradigm shift. It's just the way it is. And that paradigm isn't a 30-day shift. Some of these paradigms can be years, but you're growing along the way because you're chipping away at certain things. So we go back to that old programming because that's what's safe. That's where we feel safe. When we feel challenged, that's actually when we're stepping out of our comfort zone. So the challenge is here, you can always see the beliefs that are creating your current results. This is where coaching creates the shift. Not by giving you more information, but by helping you uncover the patterns, beliefs, and identities that are keeping you stuck. So you can become the person who creates the next level of your business. So I want to leave you here with 3 questions, and I'll allow you time to write them down. What belief about yourself is currently limiting your growth? I'll say that again. What belief about yourself is currently limiting your growth? The second question is, where are you still thinking like an employee instead of a business owner? I'll read that again. Where are you still thinking like an employee instead of a business owner? And the third question, if you trusted yourself completely, what would you do differently? And I think that's a big one. I'll read it again. If you trusted yourself completely, what would you do differently? Because your next level isn't waiting for another strategy. It's waiting for the version of you who believes he can create it. All right. So does anyone have any questions, anything they would like to add, ask?